Welcome and hello. This is Transparency Talk, and I'm Christina. Today's guest is Jasmine Crockett, an acclaimed attorney and now state representative for District 100. Thank you, Jasmine, so much for being here today, taking time out of your busy schedule.
Thank you so much. You know, anytime I've got a chance to talk to my girl, I'm down.
I love it. Thank you. I'm honored because I know your schedule is full, from your personal calendar to your now state representative calendar, from just meeting and greeting and zooming and talking. It's a lot. But today we're not talking about politics at all. This is a candid conversation all about you. Okay. So where are you from?
St. Louis, Missouri, born and raised. So I'm a Nelly girl, right? So I grew up when like Nelly was really kind of like blowing up. I'm a St. Louis Cardinals girl. So I grew up and my dad used to take me to the Cardinals games all the time. So that was kind of like daddy-daughter time. So I'm St. Louis through and through. Chinese food, White Castles, like that's who I am.
White Castle. That's a burger. Am I not mistaken?
It is. It is. So St. Louis has the best Chinese food, right? So our Chinese food, we say that our rice is brown fried rice, like it's dark skinned rice is what we call it. It's not that light stuff with peas and carrots. And so when we get home, anybody, you meet anybody, just like Candace Quarles down in DeSoto. Candace will tell you, as soon as you get back home, you go and you get some Chinese food and you get your White Castles. We love our White Castles.
So the Texas Chinese food is not that?
No.
Not at all?
No.
So is Chinese your favorite food?
Probably Asian overall, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So no barbecue?
Not as a favorite, no. I mean, I eat it, but like I'll eat all kinds of Asian food. Vietnamese, Japanese, Chinese, Cantonese. Like I love Asian food.
Interesting. So now that we're talking about food, can you cook?
No.
Do you even try?
I can cook enough. Like nobody's ever complained about like my food, but that's not what I do. That's not my thing.
Do you think they haven't complained because?
No, it's fine. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's edible. It's fine. It's actually pretty darn good. But you know, I believe that I can do anything I put my mind to. I'm just not really. I like eating more than I like cooking.
That sounds good. So eating, does that relate to shopping? So you eat and shop? Do you like eating more than you like shopping?
I'm not really big on shopping.
Really?
Yeah. Which is real crazy. Like I like certain things, like I like what I like, but going through the hassle of shopping to get it, I don't really want it.
Now I will say this, not to have a gender bias, because a lot of men like to shop too. There has to be something about shopping that's important to you. There's jewelry, shoes, bags, jeans. There's not one specific thing that draws your attention and you say, I need to go buy that.
No, I mean, there's things that I want. So I love Louis Vuitton. I don't know why, but I'm a Louis, right? So if I'm gonna get a bag, it's probably a Louis or something like that. But like the hassle of actually shopping for it, no. I'll send somebody and be like, hey. Like usually it's my mom. So my mom actually owns a boutique. She's owned it forever. She doesn't really do anything right now, so it's not active, but she still has her license. So my mom has always been kind of like a personal shopper and that kind of stuff. And so my mom, I'll tell her like, hey, I want these shoes or I want this or whatever. Can you go? She likes that. So she'll go get me like whatever. And I'm like, all right, just get it. But
so would you say you're spoiled? I heard daddy's girl, mommy's girl.
I will say that I'm an only child. I am only child, so I wouldn't say that I'm spoiled, but I'm the only one they got to deal with. So you know, it is what it is.
I'm gonna say you're spoiled. I'm gonna say you're well taken care of. I'm gonna say that sounds like to me that there is no one else in this house that I'm gonna get it all.
You know. I mean, I will say this. My parents instilled in me a work ethic. So there were definitely people that thought, oh, because she's the only one, she's going to get whatever she wants. No. If my grades weren't right, if I wasn't doing the things in the community that they wanted me to do, if I wasn't doing well in Inroads or Junior Achievement or all these millions of organizations, top teams of America, if I wasn't kind of really doing my part, then I wouldn't get certain stuff. But they did want me to understand that if you put in the work, you will be rewarded. And so I've always been a very hard worker. So that's the reason I say that I'm not spoiled, because my attitude has been, so long as you fight for it and you work for it, you'll get it.
Which leads me to my next question.
All right.
Are you a member of any organizations?
I think at this point in time, I'm a member of probably too many organizations. We'll be scaling back in a minute. But obviously near and dear to my heart will always be Delta Sigma Theta sorority. I love my sorority. I really do. And it's helped me in so many ways. Just from a professional standpoint, really. It's helped out a lot. And so I think there's a sisterhood that comes with any organization such as Delta, not necessarily just Delta, that's kind of invaluable and indescribable, especially being a black woman. It provides kind of a support system that so many of us really just don't have. So anybody that even thinks that they want to be a member of any organization such as Delta, not necessarily Delta, but any of them, I think that there's a lot that you can gain. I've been a member of Junior League forever. I was on the Metro Care board. I had to resign to run for this position. So mental health is a huge kind of thing for me. I think it should be a huge thing for everybody, especially in the black community, and especially in light of COVID. That's another one that's near and dear to my heart, that it was sad for me to kind of leave, but I was needing to leave so that I could do more for the organization. There's so many people that just really are in need right now in that space. The list goes on. I'm a member of, obviously, NAACP, Urban League Young Professionals. I mean, it's a long list.
Impeccable and impressionable resume. I'm thinking, let me go look at my page and see what I have not checked off. Who inspires you, male or female?
My mom. My mom is probably, man, I mean, I feel like there's nothing I can do that will ever compare to, or even come close to comparing to who she is. My mom grew up in a not so wealthy situation, and I didn't really grow up in a wealthy situation, but we were middle class, and I never knew that we were hurting, right? My parents would work multiple jobs to kind of make the ends meet. I never knew, right? I never felt the lights being off, the phone being off, or anything like that, because they worked so hard. But my mom did not grow up in circumstances such as that. She grew up in less than optimal circumstances in Memphis, Tennessee. She lost her entire family by the time I actually was born. So her dad had died, her mom had died, her only brother had died. So she was kind of all alone, but she ended up graduating high school at the age of 16, which means that she actually skipped some grades. She actually graduated salutatorian of a class that she skipped into. And then she got a full ride to attend Washington University, which to this day is still one of the best schools in the country. So that's what got her to St. Louis in the first place. Got a full ride, and she decided she was going to complete that in less than 4 years. So by the age of 19, my mom had graduated with her undergraduate degree and was working. And, so my entire life, I'm like, I'm behind, It's been this kind of good pressure competition, not really competition, but like a good pressure, because most parents, and I know you're a mother, a wonderful mother, in fact, and I'm not a mother, but I know that she always wanted me to be bigger and better than she was. And I know that you want that for your kids. And so for me, it's like, how do you top this? Like, what do you do? And so I admire her just even to this day. She's just such a hard worker, and she is truly one of the smartest people that I'll ever meet.
I'm sitting here like, do I push tears back or do I take notes? Like, I want to meet your mom now. Let's get her on the show.
No, she's awesome.
So, you don't like to shop. You like to travel.
Oh, yeah, I'm a travel. Yeah.
3 locations where you've either been that you love or want to go.
So I love Canada. I would love to be a dual citizen of Canada and the U.S. Definitely after the 2016 election, I looked into dual citizenship. I thought that Canada may work out a little bit better if things got too hairy. And so I really do. I love Canada. I think it's great. I love Dubai. I don't think anybody really dislikes Dubai. I mean, I just don't think that that's the place. And I would probably say, let me give you a place I want to go. I want to go to Asia. anywhere in Asia.
Obviously, their food.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. So I've been interested in the idea of Japan just because, you know, they say it's like New York on steroids. So I'm very interested in kind of like seeing that experience. So, you know, yeah, but I want to go to somewhere in Asia. And I would also add to that I want to explore other parts of Africa. South Africa, it was great from the standpoint of being able to see so much of the history of Nelson Mandela and the overall movement that went on, the apartheid. But it's a different world being an American black person going to Africa. It's not what you would expect. We definitely are not welcomed on the level that I would hope we would be. You know, because it's like, oh, finally I have a place. But I think coming back from South Africa, I felt more lost than ever for a number of reasons. Because number one, we walk around and we're all different shades and have different types of hair and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And truly, I can't look at you and say where you come from at all. I have no idea. And so to be in a country where just like you can see someone over here in America and say, oh, that person is probably Korean, or that person is Chinese, or, you know, that person is Nigerian, or whatever. They can look at us and actually see our roots. And so I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, wow. It really made me feel more lost than ever to be a black person, because, you know, the time that I went was really, in fact, it just came up. It was 3 years ago this week that we were in South Africa. And so it was very interesting to see that, you know, so many people were looking at us and they knew we were from America, but they also could see our roots. And the fact that we didn't really know where we fit here in America 3 years ago, for sure, and even now, and obviously, you know, we don't necessarily feel welcomed at home sometimes. So, you know, I really do want to see other parts of Africa and see if I can really figure out kind of a little bit more about where my people came from and that kind of stuff. So
let's talk about music.
Yeah.
Favorite R&B, jazz artist, or if there's your genre.
Man, my favorite right now, I like Janae Aiko. I'll always be a Jilly from Philly fan. You know, I honestly forever was in love with Brian McKnight. I mean, that was like, I grew up on Brian McKnight, and golly, I mean, he was just amazing to me. I'm a Beyonce fan, you know, just because I think Beyonce has the production of music down, right? Like, she's gonna give you the best beats, she's gonna give you the best performance, that kind of stuff. I always will be a fan of Christina Aguilera. I mean, her voice is stupid. Yeah, that's just to name a few.
So no Billie Holiday,
no
Anita Baker.
No, not on my favorites list. Like, but I'm a music girl. My dad is a musician, and I think for a while he was trying to get me to be a musician. So I played drums, I played piano since the age of 3. That's when they started playing me.
You're like Sheila E.
No, I don't play nothing now. I don't play anything now. But yeah, no. So I always, my dad plays jazz and has always played jazz. So I kind of grew up on that stuff. So I listen to everything.
So family, tradition. You don't really like to shop. You like to travel. Mm-hmm. And see, this is a whole other side of you. I would not forget that you like Asian food.
Love it.
Love it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I want to thank you again for your time, for being here today and having this candid conversation with me. I know it seems a little unconventional and untraditional. We're outside, so social distancing, of course. So I hope you guys all got that. She loves Asian food, and she's a drummer. Interesting, huh? So once again, this is Transparency Talk, and I'm Christina. That's all the time that we have for today. Thank you for tuning in.